But you're going to find consistency using silver bullet because it's time-based, and it's always going to form. Every single day, it's there. The problem is you want it to form on your favorite time frame. You want it to fit your already established expectation or preconceived notions about what price should do. And you're not following the rules. So yes, you're doing shit wrong. And you're not getting the results, and that's expected, right? If I give you a recipe and say, this is the ingredients, this is the order you do it, and this is what you should expect as a result, and you substitute something, okay? You leave a key ingredient out and replace it with what you think is better suited for that. You're not going to get the same result. And don't complain that you didn't get the result that was promoted by me that you should be getting if you're doing something outside the scope of the instructions and parameters I've given. If you come to me as an educator, as a mentor, you're trusting me enough to give me your attention initially. So why don't you fucking follow the rules that I've placed in front of you? You're failing. You are failing, not me. You are. So you have to change that shit. It's always going to be you. When I mess up and when I fail, nobody's fault but mine. That's accountability. You have to be accountable to yourself. And some people just don't want to be accountable. They want to have the luxury of being able to blame somebody else because they fucked up. They didn't do something right. And in this industry, guess what, Jack? You don't get that luxury. It's always you. Because I don't run a fucking signal service. If you make money, congratulations. You did it right. Well done. I am proud of you. If you lose money, eat that shit because you did it on your own. What do you mean, eat that shit? Learn from it. It's hard medicine. It's a bitter pill. Swallow it. It's going to make you better. It will make you better. It's going to make you the trader you want to be. You think that it's always going to be the sugar highs that make you the best trader that you're ever going to be. Give me the stuff that works, ICT, fuck all the bullshit. You're going to learn from all the cuts, the abrasions, the bruises, the losses. That's what I learned from. And you're going to learn from it too. But you have to allow that to happen. You can't tiptoe around thinking, I'm going to avoid losing trades. You're not. Because the more you try to do that, it's going to land right in your lap. But every single time I blew out an account, it was on the heels of a good run. And I wanted to feel good again because it was wearing off too fast. The same fucking hour, walking around like, oh man, shit. I made more money than I make a whole month. A whole month of work in this bullshit job. I made more money than that in this one fucking trade. Man, like if I just did that once a month, I don't need to have a job. Yeah, it's great. It's wearing off. I got to do it again. And you think that you can just go into the market and find something like that again, forgetting the fact that it just took you 2.5, 3 weeks for that price run to continue, to complete and go to its target. You get tore up by the chemical imbalances in your brain when you win, and you don't even know what that feels like yet because you haven't done it yet. You haven't won. You haven't found consistency. And when that achievement is reached, you have a whole new level of learning to go through. It's something, folks. It's a learning process. You are learning how to master money, not be a slave to it. And in the beginning, any small victory is what you feel like you need to keep pressing forward. And some of you, unfortunately, want to do that prematurely with trades. I just need that little affirmation, that little nudge. This is going to work for me. I know he said don't push a button. I know he said don't trade, but I have to. Michael, if you could just feel what it feels like to be inside this skin of mine. I got to wake up every day and do this dumb shit and make no money. I'm in a country that doesn't make any fucking money, and I'm in an impoverished nation. I didn't have a father. I didn't have a mother. You know, I can't get a job with my college degree. I dropped out of college. I couldn't afford it. My mom and dad don't do this for me. Look, listen. All that stuff may be true. I had everything stacked against me. Everything. I had no pedigree that had money before me. I had no advantages where people could help me get into certain things, fall into certain, perfect scenarios for jobs. I didn't have any of those advantages. I didn't have this where somebody's whipping my ass into shape when I'm doing stupid shit. Get me back on the rails. Keep me focused. Let me tell you something. My feelings would not have been fucking hurt because this is exactly how my grandfather talked to me. And I miss it. I wish I could hear that Navy man whip my ass and look, get your head in the fucking game. Focus on this. What are you looking at that shit for? This is what you're supposed to be focusing on right now. Yes, sir. I didn't have that when he passed away. He didn't see me do this. You have someone in me that proves that we can do this consistently. I'm teaching you how to do it. I'm giving you a mindset, a way of thinking about it, how to conquer your demons, wrestle with them, pin them, beat their fucking ass. But you have to show up and do everything I tell you to do. And everything I tell you not to do, you need to keep it away.
Alrighty, boys and girls, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we feeling? What's up, guys? Say what's up in the chat. Like the stream. Make yourself real cozy and comfortable, boys and girls. Who do we got in here? Good morning, Yasser. Good morning, Hadar. Melda, good morning. What's up? KTS, Jorno, Nins, Javaz, Aaron, K-Van Chan, Kookie. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, man. Nika, good morning. What's up, Chris? Avneet, Bashi, good morning. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Soné. What's up, Paul? BB, Sir Gideon says, I am fucked up today. You think that means he's like at the charts just totally hammered right now? Is that what that means? Or does that mean something else? Chat. Can somebody clarify? What's up, Johnny? Lang Trades. You're not my dad. I am today. I am today, Lang Trades. Actually, that's daddy to you, not dad. Daddy, 2 syllables. What's up, Festo? Raul, JW, Adane, Theron, Katia, Hindsight King. Good morning, guys. Looking buff today? Look, boys, I got a bruise right here. Over the weekend, one of my high school buddies growing up had a bachelor party, and we were shooting trap all day. It's like I got punched in the shoulder about 100 times. Good times, though. Yeah. What do you do? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in to some charts here. So, Brett Simba will be joining us here in a little bit, boys and girls. Taking care of some prop from CEO business from the sounds of it. So, we'll get him in here whenever he's good to go. But as far as price and bias for today, we do have Jolt's job openings here at 10 a.m. So, might see more chop until 10 a.m. until that Jolt's job openings news release. One thing that I think is worth pointing out right now, we do have this fat with a PH, fat SMT here at the all-time highs between NQ and ES. We will see if it matters and if it's going to actually hold. Going into pre-market here, now market's about to open in 30 seconds. We had just taken out the London highs, and then we were starting to see price starting to move away. We actually got this change in the state. We hit this gap in London. Now we're trading back towards the highs. So might see price kind of chop up in here. We will see. Market opens here in 10 seconds. So let's watch the open here. Let's be the crackheads that we know we all are deep down and look at the 1 minute as the market opens up here. But let me know your guys' bias in the chat. Looking at the poll, 172 votes so far. We've got 45% bullish. 37% bearish, so it's actually not too big of a difference right now. Pretty close, actually. A couple people in the chat think we're gonna have a kind of a choppier day. We will see. We will see. It is the day before FOMC, which is until tomorrow afternoon. I would expect tomorrow morning to be, if anything, more choppy than this morning, but Yeah, yesterday was fun at least, wasn't it? We ended up hitting the buy side level as well yesterday after hours, which was go figure, right? Look at this pump right at the open, straight up. Shrek candle to the moon, boys. What are we doing on ES? Working up a little bit. What are the odds YM's going straight down right now? Oh. I guess fairly decent, right? Oh my goodness. What's crypto doing? Up like 1%. Okay. Yeah, Nvidia up right now. Look at that huge gap up right there. But yeah, we'll see what we get, boys and girls. All-time high markets. So seeing this move up, it might just be a day to look to just keep playing the moves for more upside, boys and girls. It makes you wonder too, especially there's a lot of speculation about I know the forecast for tomorrow's FOMC Fed funds rate, you know, it's forecasted that it's going to stay the same, and I think there's a lot of speculation out there that it won't stay the same just because there's so much heat on Powell to either resign or lower interest rates. So I would not be surprised to see interest rates get cut, even though it's forecast to remain unchanged. So it makes you wonder too, are we pricing in a little bit? You guys can sound off in the chat what your guys' opinion is, but are we pricing in any of that at all at the moment? Obviously, when interest rates get cut, generally markets are going to rise. And so far this week, we've seen us trade down to the new week opening gap, and now we're pushing new highs again. So it begs the question. Probably going to see a little bit more, I would assume, probably a little bit more chopper until 10 a.m. though. If this just keeps rallying higher though. I don't know what to tell you. Hey bro, how many trades do you take in a day? How many sessions do you trade? I'm usually taking anywhere from 1 to 3. And I generally only trade New York session. Mostly AM session, sometimes PM session. It just kind of depends on how AM goes. But yeah, I don't trade London, don't trade Asia. What's up, Regal? Coffee and Pump, where's our guest? He's coming. He said he's on calls here until probably like 9:45/9:50. So we'll get him in here just in time for 10 a.m. macro, and I'm hoping we don't have any technical difficulties. We should be fine because you guys know 10 a.m. macro is generally our bread and butter. So, if we miss a setup because Brett Simba's trying to join the stream, and I'm fumbling around with technology on the back end, he's gonna owe us. He's gonna owe us if that happens, boys. Why not gold? I don't know. I just haven't traded gold in a while. London session on vid used to slap. That is so true, Eric. So did getting 2 hours of sleep on a 4 to 5 days a week basis. That's so Tyler coded. Yeah. What's up, Dylan? What's up, Simba? Yeah, you know, sometimes I used to wish that I was born and lived in like Europe or something, just because as a trader, then you get access to like every session in terms of like you get to trade London, you get to trade New York, both volatile, higher volatility sessions, and not have to like totally destroy your sleep schedule. But at the end of the day, less is more, and that is a statement I do believe in. So it's probably a blessing in disguise. What the fuck do we do at all-time highs? Well, I believe the politically correct answer would be long until the longs stop working. That'd probably be the right answer. I will say it is tough. Trading all-time highs isn't like my favorite thing to do in the world, obviously. It always does feel like when I get long, I feel like I'm chasing. And when I get short, I feel like I'm shorting a rocket ship. Either way, it's like, what the fuck am I doing? Let's see here, though. 9:30. We didn't really manipulate at 9:30. We got into a heated debate with chat last week about when... well, I don't know if I should say we. This guy freaking... In my chat the one day, he's like, no, Tyler, sometimes it's the 9:30 candle. Sometimes it has to be the 9:31 or later candle. And he was trying to explain, like, when it's the one or the other. And then he just starts commenting on, like, a bunch of my YouTube videos, going nuts. I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, can we just leave it at that? Like, I just don't give a fuck, actually. If it's a gap, it's a gap. Either it holds or it doesn't. Like, why the fuck? It's like those grammar Nazis or grammar, what do you call that? I guess grammar police. I'm going to call them a grammar Karen, though. It's like, no, Tyler, that's actually not an order block. That's a propulsion block. It's like I give a fuck, bro. Sorry, I called your breaker block a frickin' whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It does the same shit. Does your cover 35% discount work for straight funded accounts? Yesterday I tried. It did not work. Yes, it should work. Akbaran. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugged, boys. Maybe I'm bugged. Somebody snag a straight to funded account with Tradeify using code Tyler and see if we're bugged, boys. Because we're about to have Brett Simba on here in a little bit, so this is great timing for me if it ain't working. I was like, yo, Brett, what the fuck's going on, man? I know your initials are BS, but this is really some BS. Never get behind saying consequent encroachment. I know, there's so many. Just say middle. Give me some money, I can check for you. Nick, aren't you bottom ticking and top ticking every single day in here with like 2 minis? You got it. My dog needs treats. I'm just kidding. He's got plenty. Do you have a video for your model? I've never actually made like a simplified, updated video about like a model because I don't really have a set in stone like entry criteria every single trade. What I'm trying to do when I'm trading is I'm trying to identify, okay, where have we gone on the higher time frames? You know, have we taken out significant pools of liquidity? And can I identify the manipulation of whatever order flow is telling me on the higher time frames, right? So I'm not trying to generally fade what like the 1 hour, the 4 hours is showing me, right? So for example, as we were shorting down into here, I wouldn't have been wanting to fade this until, or I should say short this, really until we've broken through this 1 hour fair value gap. You could trade it beforehand, right? We took London highs. We're trading down into here, but you could see if you went short, it was short-lived as soon as you hit the very first PD array, right? So this is generally when you find yourself offside, is when you try to short against something like this, and then this ends up holding, and then we see price respect and continue in that direction, right? So what I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to identify what is the manipulation, right? You can look at this and say, okay, well, obviously hindsight's going to tell us here was our manipulation down below these internal lows into this fair value gap, and now we're seeing price at the open rocket to the moon. So but that is generally what I'm trying to identify, is the power of 3 towards whatever that next draw on liquidity is, whether that's a fair value gap on the higher time frame, equal highs, equal lows, etc. So my entry criteria, I'm not as rigid with it. I could enter off of a breaker, I could enter off of a fair value gap, an inversion fair value gap. You know, I'm not gonna say, oh my god, we formed this instead of that, so therefore I can't take this trade, right? So that's just not how I. And if you have SMT, obviously that's a bonus as well. But my entry criteria could look slightly different trade by trade. If that makes sense. But I can try to make a video kind of trying to give some examples, maybe some different examples of like what you know, what that could look like, I guess. If you guys think that would be useful. But You know, if you show up to stream every day, I feel like I break down my thought process before, during, and after a trade pretty much. Some people probably get sick of me repeating myself on repeat all the time. Listen, I'm not gonna toot my own horn here, but I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to like explaining thought process, doesn't mean I never lose. I definitely take losses. But when it comes to like explaining thought process and trying to like also teach, not just trade live in front of you guys, I feel like I do a damn good job of it. You know, it ain't like I'm sitting here just like, all right, guys, I'm long now, I'm short now, and then like whatever happens, happens, and then it's all pure entertainment. I could do that. I try to really explain like why I'm taking every trade though. And then also what I'm thinking like throughout the course of the trade. Sent a photo on Discord. Let me check this shit out. Let me get to the bottom of this right now. What is going on? Invalid promo code. Please try again. Oh, well, what in the hell? Appreciate the pick. Let me go ahead and get this to my people here. We'll get this taken care of. We'll get this taken care of. Where are you at? Oh. Okay. Where'd that go? I do appreciate the pick, by the way. What is this? Nope. I saved the picture. Where the heck did it go? Where did it go? Oh, unable to save image. Now you tell me. All right, mobile it is. Mobile it is. There isn't a trade right now, boys and girls, that I'm looking to get in anyway. All right. Yeah, appreciate the pick. That's frustrating, huh? Now we got proof. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Retain? How much money is Brett paying you to what? How much money is Brett paying me? He's not paying me shit. Tell that guy to throw me some bones, would you? We need the discount for gambling. Yeah, TC. Apparently, I'm notorious for scamming people too, and all I do is just fucking stream for free. And I mean, I was in IM Academy for a bit. I guess some people view that as a scam, but I was also a victim of the scam. I don't know. That's a word that gets thrown around a lot. I throw it around sometimes, but it's got to be very warranted. I would have to disagree, TC, but you know, I guess it's up to you to believe what you want. Hey, Tem said he's in shorts right now. Good luck. We got this 15-minute close just came in. And we got macro in 5. What are we thinking, chat? Was this a manipulation higher? We still have the SMT present on ES, obviously. Manipulation Judah swing or impulse to continue rocketing to the upside? What are we feeling? TC, sell it on OnlyFans, man. Sell it on OnlyFans. What are you doing? You're fumbling the bag right now, TC. I'm Academy is a throwback, LMAO. Yeah, that shit is... Listen. That just goes to show, like, I don't know how a lot of you guys, and I was actually going to ask the chat this the other day, and I forgot. Like, when you guys got into trading, what was, like, your journey? One, how did you get into it? And then two, where did you learn? Like, did you guys pay for courses, mentorships? Did you guys just self-teach on, like, YouTube, basically, for free? This conversation is always so interesting to me. Also, how many people came from like the options? How many people came from like the options path or the Forex path? I feel like I'm one of the only people that didn't start off trading options. I feel like everybody else comes from options and I'm like the only loser that came from Forex. Funny you should ask. Yeah, sorry about that. Ice-T, YouTube, a few Telegram and Discord groups. Forex and option equity, now futures. Never done options. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, boys and girls. This might make me a low IQ trader, but like I don't know anything about like zero DDT options. I don't know anything about like theta, price decay. I know it's a thing, but that shit is like way over my head. But I do want to get into it. I do want to learn it. At some point. Not today. Or tomorrow. But eventually. We are reversing this whole move. So I think Haytem said that they were in shorts. Let's see if it's got the juice. Kind of looking like a Judas swing right now. If it can maintain. Really got to see probably this hourly, though, close back below this high. Which we still got. What, 12 minutes here till the end of the hour. Macro in 2 minutes. We'll see what we get. I would say right now, until this really flips and displaces lower, I'm probably still looking to potentially trade this back, if anything, towards this recent high. But I could be convinced to flip. I just want to see something on the higher time frames actually show a willingness to reverse and go lower. First presented gap right here. I'm gonna mark out this London low. London and Asia would be short-term, or I should say short targets for me. Oops. Come here, little buddy. Dirty dog. London low. Asia low. Watching this 15-minute, would love to see this. We got 10 minutes obviously left on the 15-minute candle, but obviously would love to see this gap get ran through and see this area basically all get disrespected, and then as long as price doesn't totally just die and run away without us, could look to get positioned in shorts. We got news in 10 minutes as well, boys and girls. So Hey, Tim, congrats on your shorts, man. I think Hey Tim said he was short, like way up here in the 20s. They're paying. They're paying if you if you faded this, if you had the balls to fade this. Holy shit. Jeez. Yeah, hourly flipped completely. All right, I got word back from my team over at Tradeify. They said they were gonna look into it, and then they said suggest that they try incognito mode for the time being. So you can give incognito mode a try and see if that works, but otherwise we'll have to wait. News in 8 minutes, boys and girls. Still waiting here. Might as well wait for the news at this point. Yeah, YM is selling off pretty nice right now. Ninja mode is on. I will try. Thank you. All right, man. Keep me posted. Yeah, who all called those shorts? Was it just Hey Tim? Got 1.5R on shorts. Thank you, Daddy God. One of your biggest days. Nice 2R right now. Closed the trade 2 minutes ago. Oh, wait. Does that mean you missed? Did you miss like the last 2 Drake candles down? Still long at just a stop hunt. Maybe. It could be. This hourly close will tell us a lot, in my opinion. And also, I mean, obviously, we're still running into this hourly gap here, you know, so. Would I be surprised if this ends up holding and we still see another push higher? No. Would I be surprised if Jolts comes out and we just rip lower? Also no. So. You need balls as big as Mars to short that. Yeah, I mean, this was this inversion of the first presented fair value gap. It took some balls, yeah. No risk, no Rari, though, right? Ain't that what they say? No risk, no Rari. How are we feeling, though, chat? Is this a bearish day today after 10 a.m.? Or is all of this noise and we're going to keep ripping new highs? I could frame both right this very moment, so I actually don't know. I'm waiting for this hourly close. In 5 minutes. New hour, new 4 hour. But yeah, Brett should be joining any moment here now, so we'll get him loaded up as soon as soon as he shows up in the back end here, but you guys might have to bear with me. It might just be the most seamless process ever, but I'm also a live stream guest virgin. So if I don't look like I know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. I need someone with more experience to teach me. You know, just like what my ex said. Badumts. Kidding. Totally not serious. It's been like storming here on and off all night and all morning.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. Yeah, I just look back at my router and I'm like, it's just blinking red. But I think we're back. Let's see.
Oh, we're back.
Are we?
I hear you. Yeah, your stream's live.
All right, let me see if we can get the. Let me see if I can get the chat back.
They can hear me too.
I feel like Rose and Titanic. Come back. Should have just left him on the door though. I mean, there's plenty of room. All right, we back? There is an echo? All right, let me see if I can fix it.
Probably your mic on OBS with also the Video Ninja one.
Does it, will you be able to hear me if I mute one or the other?
You have to mute, well, you're muting it in OBS, not, just don't mute, yeah, I'll always be able to hear you. Just don't mute the one in the video.
Copy the link. There we go. All right, can you guys see Brett? You guys should be able to see Brett. We're getting it figured out, boys and girls. Thanks for bearing with us. Should be able to see him. Let me know if I'm still echoing though. I'm gonna mute this.
There's an echo.
No, I can't hear you.
How many did you mute your sound source? Did you mute your mic source on OBS?
Here, let me try this actually. Advanced audio monitor output. All right, try now.
Testing 1 2. Hello.
It's even worse. And now let's try this. All right, one more test here.
Should be good now.
Should be good?
Are we good? Should be good.
If not, we'll take one extra precaution.
Now I hear my own
man.
echo.
How you doing?
Good. Oh, now I hear my own echo. What the hell? Hold on.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was trying to tell you I'm a live stream guest virgin here. It was fixed for a sec.
I don't even know how I hear my own.
All right. I think I hear you
Hello.
through my headphones now. I don't know if there's
Hello. All right, there we go. Perfect.
No echo?
Perfect. No echo. Good.
Let's
Stream, we
fucking
good? Stream, we good? Chat?
That's how we do it, boys. We
Chat,
find
we good?
solutions.
Come on, tell me we're good, chat.
Oh my gosh, please be good.
Damn, come on. Nope, it's echoing. What? How?
Only echo for me? Is it I'm echoing in your room? Maybe? I don't know.
No, they said it's good.
It's good now? Hell yeah. All right, dude.
All right, cool. There we go.
Morning. How you doing?
Good, man. You take a trade today yet, or what? Big crazy day.
No, I haven't taken anything yet. Was kind of waiting for this Jolt's job openings.
Waiting
It just
for
happened
me.
4 minutes ago, and was waiting for you. Yeah.
Waiting for the bottom to come in, huh?
Everybody was waiting so they could go long. That's
Whenever I join some guys' streams, like it's like only up.
Yeah, I know. It's a real thing. I've actually seen it live in person.
It's a
bunch of
real
times.
thing.
And you've been on calls all morning,
let
yeah?
me post this real quick. Hold on one sec. Now that we're good, I wanted to make sure before I post it.
Yeah, we can't have us ruining the street cred too much.
Yeah.
Someone said miss the entry. I don't think so, boys and girls. I'm still, let's see. Hour did close. Yeah, the hourly open kind of looks like shit with that Jolt's job opening, so I'm not going to lie.
All right, let me grab the link real quick, and we're good. All right, cool. Yeah, man. So crazy day so far. Crazy week. I mean, just all-time highs left and right, huh?
All-time highs. We got FOMC tomorrow. We got NFP on Friday. I don't know if I've ever seen an FOMC and NFP in the same week, to be honest.
I mean, there's been just like headlines after headlines, even without news, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got Trump going back and forth lately again with like tariffs on different countries and extensions, deals. I mean, the recent pop was on the Europe deal, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did like a massive energy deal, and then but again, I think the market's just like one bad thing away from, I wouldn't say a massive dump, right? But like, a pullback. Right?
Well,
because like it almost seems like whenever there's bad news lately, there's just a little bit of a pullback, right? I don't know, a couple days at a time, maybe, if that.
Yeah.
And then just it's just a launch pad for the next all-time high. So it's been pretty good for long-term investors for sure. I know a lot of people think like the market's top heavy, but I think we're in that phase where the market can be irrational longer than you're solvent, or what is it? What's the quote?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. The market
Something
can
like
be
that.
irrational longer than most traders can be solvent.
Yeah, there, exactly.
It's true. But that's kind of been the tough part for me, honestly. Over, like, if you look at the monthly, right? So just looking at the NASDAQ here, obviously April was nuts. We dumped with the tariffs. And then I think where I found myself struggling in like end of May, early June was like, I was sitting here, I'm like, are we really going to retrace this whole move like right away?
It's crazy.
I didn't expect it after a 20.
The April monthly was April monthly is the most insane candle ever.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
it was like free money. Trump just basically allowed you to buy the dip on that Liberation Day, right? Everyone was like,
yeah. Are you still holding your all your bags from everything that you bought?
I've sold off a lot of them. I've been like dipping in and out.
Yeah.
So what I've been playing a lot is like names of weakness. So like names that actually were weak during this big pump, or had like a bad earnings. And then I've been kind of buying the dip on those just because a lot of names pulled back to like key levels.
Yeah.
And then because the market kept on rising, they just recovered a little bit of the move, right?
Yeah.
So names like I did a pretty good play on like UNH. I played a lot of Tesla. Tesla was great because it didn't make like new highs at all throughout this whole thing, right? There was, I mean, November, that was
you know what's crazy about Tesla is like, not only did everything kind of recover, and then that was when Elon kind of went rogue.
Yeah.
On Trump, and then everybody kind of turned on Tesla.
Yeah. So like, but that was like, to me, that was just like a short-term thing, right? Like, they're going to go back and, back and forth on like politics and policy, different things like that. Obviously, it's going to take a hit. It's not good to pick a fight with the president, right?
Yeah.
But, I think it'll blow over, and they kind of blew it over a little bit, and then they came back, and then it blew over again. And then now I think it's like, just like, okay. But they're coming out with a lot of stuff. Like they launched the robo-taxi. I think the first like actual big push of it was just like last month. So like that was big. He's kind of coming out with a lot more ideas again, or like timelines that are usually not realistic, which is the problem with him. But at least like giving the stock some spice. Also, I think he hired like some more people at X to kind of take over there, so that's giving him more time. But then again, he's about to go public with what is the other one? Not SpaceX. The AI company he has. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I'm Chad, help us out. What is that called actually?
Somebody here knows for sure.
Somebody's
But anyway,
got it.
you know, stuff like that though is like, it's like good for the company because it's like Elon's getting more money, he's able to do stuff, right? But then it's like, is his folk Grok? Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it's called like XAI. I think it's just the company's actually XAI.
We know what it's called.
I use Grok. I actually bought the most. I don't know why I did. It's like $300 a month for a Chat GPT, but it's basically like, here, I'll show you.
Also, I got your screen share on here as well.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the monthly. You can throw it up whenever.
Just let me know whenever you want to.
Yeah, I'll show you guys it real quick. This is here, I'll show you.
I'm eyeing up potential longs here in a little bit.
Oh yeah, if you want to take a trade, feel free. But you're
good.
All right, so this is Super Grok, right? It's called Super Grok.
This is $300 a month.
Yeah, $300 a month. So it's basically like, chat. Give me something you want to ask. Let's see. Hopefully, I'm not going to shoot my. All right.
Unless you had something better. Is it giving you the return on investment is the question.
So what it does is it's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
Wait, am I doing the right one? No, I'm on quick answer. Hold on. Wait. This isn't the right one.
Can't make real-time trading calls. What are you, a hindsight trader?
Yeah.
Thanks, Grok.
Hold on. Let me redo it. This isn't the right one. There's one that like it takes. I want to show you. Here we go. Heavy. All right. Here we go. There we go. All right. Should I go long or short on NQ right now? I'm live streaming, so don't be wrong. All right. Let's run it. So this is the heavy. This is the one I'm paying for right now, heavy. So what it does is it has 4 different agents. So it's basically like a good way to explain it is like someone saw my my exposed chats. Yeah, we're going to Paris in a couple months. So I was looking up some Michelin star restaurants to do. Anyway, it does 4 agents. So basically it's comparable to like 4 different people with PhDs. Are like working together to come up with an answer. Like that's the best way that they've explained it.
Yeah.
So it takes much longer to do it, but like you get like an insane amount of detail with it. So I'll come back to it when it's done. But
it takes that
yeah,
long?
so like every answer has like you took it long?
No, I'm saying it takes that like
it takes a long time. It's like 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
There's a faster one that you can do, right? But this one, the point of it is to like actually not have any error. It literally like takes its time analyzing, again, 4 different algorithms rather than just like giving you the quick answer. Mm-hmm. And it actually like counter checks itself like multiple times. So like I've actually used it to like help brainstorm like a lot of things. Like this is one of those things you give it like 2-3 paragraphs of detail and it doesn't just come back with an instant gratification answer. Like it actually dives into it and analyzes the data, thinks of it, rereads itself, etc. And I think that is something that a lot of people are going to start to use AI for, rather than like the immediate gratification. Is like, I get that that's the point of it, right? You want a quick answer, you want to feed it info and get something back. But actually being able to like look at data and even if it takes a minute, right? It would take us hours, right, to go through a bunch of things. So even if you have to wait that minute, I think it's very crucial to give it time to do that. And I think that a lot of the reason why people are getting, mixed answers or things are different is because they're trying to get that instant gratification rather than, okay, it's okay if you have to wait a minute, right? Yeah. Because with us, it would take like hours. So anyway, it's pretty cool.
You know what's crazy is there's some people, like businesses are paying for like, I think there's like I don't know if there's a commercial version of like ChatGPT where they're using it to essentially handle all their back end stuff as a business. but I think it's it's pretty taxed. I think it's like $100,000 a month or something. I heard.
Yeah, they can get very expensive, especially like enterprise packages. So
Yes, that's
you
what it is.
know we'll just have to see like how it adapts. But anyway, let's see if it's not even done yet. Oh, this one says it's going to be 2 minutes.
You know what? Grok 4 is kind of like that too, though. Grok 4 is super slow,
Yeah,
but it gives
So
you a
we'll
lot
see.
more in-depth answer.
I usually, again, I typed up something super simple there. Like I'll usually write like I've put in like I've gone as far as like, this is a competitor's plan, this is how it works, like analyze their whole site. Like I've used it to like help our business too. Like it really does give you some great ideas. We have a couple things coming out. They're not generated by AI by any means, but like, you know, there's been some tidbits and points that it's come up with that, you know, we take into account when we create new things, right? It's a good way to kind of get a lay of the land and a base to work off of.
That was gonna be my next question. Has AI given Tradeify any ideas?
Yeah, there's been a few.
Anything
I wouldn't say it's giving us an
share?
edge, but it's giving us ideas. Yeah, we
Okay.
have a new plan. I don't even think I've been trying to cook up a plan, and Vinny has been trying to cook up a plan, and he came up with a really good one. I'm still like trying to work on mine a little bit. It's tough to come up with a plan, right? Because you have to think of so many things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to think of it having fair rules. You have to think of having something attractive to the trader. You have to think of, and then the number 3, the biggest thing is like, how can it not be exploited, right?
Yeah.
You have to think of, I think a lot of people take for granted like what goes into managing a prop. And that's getting the right level of risk to reward, getting the right level of what do people want, but what protects the firm.
Mm-hmm.
And then understanding a lot of people are going to be notorious bad actors, right? You call
Right.
up your cousin, tell him, hey, go long, I'm going to go short. How do we prevent that, right? Because otherwise, the people who are actually trying to seriously to trade and taking it serious, they're going to be the ones who don't get rewarded in the end, because the firm has to change rules, change things, because their first iteration of things wasn't up to par and wasn't able to combat that, right? So the main thing is like making sure that good traders aren't punished while you create a new plan, and not just have the flashy thing in the beginning that has to be changed later. So that's something we learned. You know, obviously the straight to funded, we went through that process a bit. You know, we haven't changed anything, I think, since like January or December. But when we think of new plans, you know, we want to be ahead of that. We don't want to have to change stuff and think of that.
Is there a specific theme that you're going for with the new plans that you're able to share?
Yeah, I think it's faster. We don't have like a fast live program. So I've been seeing a lot of companies come out with something that takes you live faster. Also, people do like the freedom of no consistency. So we're trying to figure out like a mix of those two.
No consistency?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because that's probably
so
like
you know, a
complaint that
top
you
steppy
hear
plan,
with
steppy plan combined with a quicker live.
Got
Put it
you,
like
got you. Because that's the biggest thing that I see people complain about all the time, and I, like you were just saying, people don't really take into consideration like it has to be a favorable plan for the firm and the trader. Because if the firm can't survive and make money, then the traders can't make money either. Right?
Exactly.
So when you hear like
especially the ones taking it serious, right?
Correct.
Like who aren't just like going all in on day one,
right,
get funded, day 2 lose their account. Right? There's people who take weeks to pass. They're really trying hard. You know, they're using a set of strict rules. And by no means am I saying if you go. I know there's a lot of people who just try to pass in one day and then they take it serious, right? But you know, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who, when they get to the funded, you know, they'll go up 100, down 50. Like there was somebody, I gave away a free account. We actually did a media photo shoot a couple months ago, and I gave one of the photographer's brothers a free account. So he's had it since April or something like that. And he's
free straight to funded or a free?
Yeah, free straight to funded.
Okay.
I think it was a 50K account. And he hasn't had a bigger losing day than like $200, $300. His average losing day is like 100. and his average winning day was like 175 to 200. So like a good trader, you know, positive
Right.
R to R, right? 2 to 1 mostly. A couple outliers there, and he just got his first payout like a week or two ago. You know what I mean? So like he's
Yep.
kept the account like 4 months without getting a payout, right? And
Yep.
that's tough because you wait that long to not go on tilt for 4 months. Like that's an accomplishment. You know what I mean?
I
There's
would
a lot
say,
of
yeah.
people who
Right.
even to go a month, right? For a lot of people. So, you know, having people like that is awesome to see. And those are the types of people that I think we look at those types of people even to take live sooner, right? Because they're actually approaching trading with an analytical approach. With us, you have to get 4 payouts usually in order to move live on one account. It proves that you're being consistent. But this guy, I'm pretty sure once he gets to 2 payouts, we're just going to move him live because he's demonstrating that he's taking one account serious, right? So
That's
there's
crazy.
outliers.
And this is just the photographer you said, or a friend of the photographer?
It's one of the photographer or videographer's brothers.
Okay.
It was just like
That's
a
pretty
random
crazy.
one we hired. Like I don't. They're not like our videographer. It was just like that shoot, but
Yeah.
just random person. Apparently, he trades at a couple different firms too. But
Yep.
But it was really cool to see that because I think it's a big push in the space for people to like take things serious. And if you have like someone you can kind of put on a pedestal like that, it opens up a lot of people's minds.
Yeah. Let's though. Real quick chat. I did go short here at 562. Just seeing if we can get this continuation through to the London and Asia lows. Plan for me is going to be break even London low, and then TP is going to be like a tick below this Asia low, and see if we can get a 2R out of this move here. So just a heads up on that. But hey, real quick, Brett, I know we kind of got, it was weird with the timing. Literally my internet drops, I'm not even joking, like 5 minutes before you hop on. So for the people, a lot of people obviously know who you are, but for the people that don't or haven't heard like your background, I feel like it's cool for people to hear like what's been your trading journey to going from trader, kind of the influencer route, right? And now prop firm owner and CEO.
Yeah, so I got started in the whole influencer, or let me just cycle back. So I got started in trading in 2017, kind of during the first like crypto boom.
Yep.
And I got looped into a mentorship for crypto.
Okay.
So it wasn't a mentorship. It was a paid Slack. So it was $1,000 for the year, and that's actually where I met Vinny, one of our other business partners, a couple of our employees that we have now, and basically the core group of people. So a lot of people know them as Vinny, Gandalf, Dario, Fong, like some of these OGs. So if anybody's here and knows those names, you know, they'll remember them. But anyway, we met in there, and we kind of learned trading together. But we realized that the guy was actually a scam because he introduced us to the charts. He showed us like charts and the technicals and different things. But you could draw a line on any chart back then, right? And anything would go. You could like throw a dart at anything in crypto, and it would go up.
Right.
So we didn't actually know he was like a scam, or like didn't really know what was going on until the market dumped the first time. So that's when we kind of found out about that. But, you know, we decided, hey, this guy doesn't really know what's going on, but at least he introduced us to the charts. So, you know, that's like 6 to 9 months or so of about 6 months or so of us being in there and kind of figuring things out. Towards right before the market dumped, though, or when the market dumped, we kind of like, we didn't like call him out on anything. You know, we maybe thought that everyone was still in that euphoria phase, like, oh, it's just, you know, whatever. It's just dumping a little bit. It'll go back up, right? That's what everybody thought with crypto. So then I found options. I don't know how I found options. I wish I knew, because like it's a key part of my story. You know, how did I actually get into options? But anyway, I found options.
Just stumbled into some 0DTE options.
Yeah, somehow. Well, they didn't. I don't even know if they had 0DTE then, which is like the funny thing.
Oh yeah, true.
Or maybe they did have Friday. I don't remember. Well, yeah, they must have had Friday, but I don't even know if you could buy 0DTE. I'm trying to remember. But,
I mean, is that how most people trade options? By the way, is 0DTE? I've never traded options, which I was telling Chad earlier.
Now, Oops, turn my mic off. I don't know what people are doing now. I'd imagine a lot of people do weeklies.
Okay. Yeah.
For the most part. So I don't know, something like that. But anyway, got into options. I started showing people how to trade options there. You know, it was the way to put a little bit of money in and make a lot. Same thing as crypto back then. So that's why it was popular. You know, how can I make 100, 200% of my money? Like, I want to make these big gains. I don't want to trade stock where it only goes up a couple percent, stuff like that, right?
Right.
So what we decided to do is go and make our own Slack. So we made our own Slack, Simba Stocks, and that's kind of where I built up my brand, started to grow. So we were like one of the first Discord Slack type groups to teach people how to trade options. Obviously, we blew up during 2020 when everyone and their mother started, and then meme stocks and all that in 2021. So it was a good time. It was a lot of fun, but I was already doing it like 4 or 5 years then, because I started at the end of 2017, and by then it's 2021. So there was nobody else really in the space. It wasn't easy to kind of make content and blow up then either. There were no Reels was just starting and all of that. So it wasn't as easy to, like, I guess, get into a cadence of doing things, right?
Right.
So I burnt out at the worst time though. So that's when, Reels and TikTok came out and all that. So that's when a lot of people started to blow up. So if you weren't actively making content day in and day out, you fell off. So I kind of took a break anyway. I was at a little different point in my life right around then, and I wanted to kind of get back into a faceless brand. So we started Tradeify in 2021, actually. We started a couple building blocks of it, and then we kind of put it on the back burner because I still was riding a little bit of the momentum from Simba stocks. I also was in Boiler Room. I don't know if you followed me there. You saw like Kevin and stuff. So
I see everyone in the chat's like, what about Kevin and Boiler Room? I was thinking of the movie Boiler Room.
Yeah, so we started a business called Boiler Room. It was fun. It was a good time. I mean, we were both in there for a long while, and then I don't know, we kind of we split off. I'm not gonna really go into the details, kind of, why, but unfortunately, some things took a turn for the worst in personal life, for him over there, and it wasn't good for business relations. It's just tough with stuff like that going on, and the friendship and all that. So
yeah.
Anyway, we were there. We had like 2,000 people coming in live every day. It was great. It was awesome. We'd do Zooms like
2,
this. There was like 2,000 people, like 1,500 to 2,000 people. It was insane. But we wouldn't do like YouTube live or anything like that. So we had like a little Telegram and a Zoom that we would do every day. But anyway, everyone does those now. So, again, that kind of phased out. Circling back, we wanted to pick back up Tradeify again. I went back to my original partners from Simba Stocks, Gandalf, Vinny.
Yep.
And, we really just built the thing from the ground up. But part of the reason why we started it again in 2024 was because we saw that there was a need in the space. By then, Apex was around 2-3 years. They were big, but there was a lot of hate and love for Apex at the same time, right? And we saw a prime opportunity to create a prop firm that was transparent and really didn't hide anything, didn't have any denials. When we wanted to approach it with that methodology, right? Where someone can come in and not have to worry about anything. Everything's clear cut. And that's kind of what we wanted to do. And what we did, right? So we launched in September of August of last year. So it's literally just coming up on a year in a couple days.
Is it really?
Insane.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's only been a year.
That's crazy.
So anyway, it was a wild ride in the beginning. We came out with the straight to funded plan. A lot of people were new to that or didn't know how it was going to work out after they saw the collapse of like FTT. But we didn't want to go, it's very easy when you start a prop firm to see like big numbers and everything, right? And a lot of people don't want to hear this, but you got to look at the data. If a bunch of people buy a plan today, right? Let's say I launch there's a couple firms who just launched a new plan, right? Let's just say I launch a new plan today. I'm not going to see the effects of that plan and the data from that plan for at least 3 to 6 weeks, right?
Right.
Because people have to either pass the challenge or hit the rules for a payout, different stuff. Nice. I think you just took a. Was that?
Yeah,
a,
I got stopped out a little in profit. We basically just went for this
Yeah.
London low, and now we're seeing kind of the reversal
I
back
like
up off
it.
of it. but-
If this candle closes here, I think I'm gonna take a long if we break above like 566 or something like that.
yeah, I
We'll
was thinking
watch
if we see what we need to see here, I could flip long as well.
Yeah, I'm on the 5 right now. There's a nice hammer come. Look at you. You'll see this candle close right now on the 5 as a hammer right in those wicks. So if we can break above there, I'll probably
Yep.
take a long there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, show us what you're looking. You work with what is your strategy? Mainly the golden pocket, is it?
Yeah, so mainly the golden pocket. So what I'll do is I'll take like previous days lows. So like I'll just look at this and I'll take this low to this high, right? And I'll look
Yeah.
for like a key level. So like this is a very good golden pocket right here. You look at the past couple days, this is where the volume profile is. Like the highest
Yeah.
amount of volume is here, right? So like I don't blindly take the golden pocket. It's only if it lines up with something. So
Okay.
huge volume shelf here. Yesterday's open, right? Yesterday's close. They're both right here. So like this is a very good level. If the market dumped a little bit more here, I'd be stacking. Also, what is it? A very key level, 23.5K, an even number, right?
Yep.
So I'll draw my golden pockets and fibs that I do. They're mostly previous lows to new highs or vice versa. Depends if you're looking for a short. And then I'll look for confirmation within there.
But you're not a stickler like you were saying. You would potentially look for a long now, so you sometimes don't even wait for that golden pocket.
No, that's yeah. Again, that's not my only strategy. Those are my like highest probability strategies. But like my other thing is just looking at candlesticks, right? So like if I look at this on the 5, so like right now I actually want to take a long. I don't have my my login here yet. Hold on one sec. I gotta get on the house. I'll get on the house account here.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I think let me just kick Nick off of it. He might be live on it on Tradeify. Yeah, he just said I could. Throw me off the screen real quick so I can log in.
All right. Oh, come on. We wanted
And
to
then
dox you.
yeah, don't dox my am I good?
Yeah,
I know
you're
it's
good.
delayed
Yeah,
a little
you're
bit. All right, cool.
No, everybody just saw it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, everyone just saw it. I didn't do it yet. All right.
Look at this reaction.
All
Off
right,
London.
there we go. All right, I'm in. I just don't want my account number and stuff. All right, cool. So yeah, I'll look for a long, again, if we get a close somewhere around this like 566 or so area. Again, I don't just play the golden pocket. I'll look at candles price action, a lot of candlesticks, and like you'll see like at the London Open there was a massive pump, right? But before that, we were kind of chopping around this area here. So this 540 to 550 zone is clearly like an area of interest, right? So we got a nice sweep down to that pre-London pump range, and then we kind of swept it up. So now I want to see, again, some type of candle close here. I usually play the 5 or the 15 minute. I want to see some type of strong candle pump up above these bodies, right? So I think I said 566 before. Maybe it's going to be like 570. So somewhere in there, I'm going to be watching this pretty much for a move back up towards this this open price here at like 600, maybe 590. So look for about 20, 30 points if I can get a move off of the 70s here. But want to definitely be careful. I haven't been watching like Twitter or anything. I don't know what this massive dump was, if there was any news behind it. I had a little busy morning, so we'll see. But yeah, I know tomorrow, I think you said tomorrow's what, CPI, right?
No, we got FOMC tomorrow in the afternoon.
FOMC, sorry. Yeah, so that'll be a big one. It'll be, I don't think, he's not going to change anything, but I'm curious to see like what his comments are. I don't know if you saw, but Powell was with Trump. Like,
I did. There's all sorts of memes going around.
I'm sure
about
you
that.
saw it.
Oh yeah,
tons of memes, right?
Yep, yeah. When Jay Powell sees all the trades you took that day, and
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Those were funny. But
I don't know,
yeah.
dude. I kind of feel like it's possible that obviously he's feeling the heat. Trump is talking about him resigning or firing him altogether.
Yeah.
Obviously he can't do that by himself, but I don't know. Do you think that pressure will get to Powell at all, or he's just gonna keep everything?
I don't think so, man. Like I think also like it's a little bit of empty threats because like whenever if Trump fires Powell, like that's a very strong move.
Right.
And it's also like a lot of uncertainty, like who's going to come in, what are they going to do, like what's their methodology, you know what I mean? And you also don't, like a big thing that Powell's been good at is like he wants to be independent from like politics, right? And keep like the Federal Reserve's policy independent. And I think a lot of people respect that. So I'm not sure, it doesn't really matter what we think, right? It matters what like big
Right.
money thinks. So I'm trying to think like, how would big money, think of that? And that's kind of what I think would happen. So,
So you're expecting
you know,
rates to just stay unchanged?
yeah, unchanged. Maybe a cut towards the end. I think they're still looking at like a cut towards the end of the year. But
Yeah.
again, it's very tough too when Trump has a global agenda to figure out tariffs or make deals, right? And they keep getting delayed. So how are you supposed to make a decision? Because a lot of what the Federal Reserve does is also looking at like global policy too, and like what's going on globally. But if there's uncertainty there, like how are you supposed to you don't want to make a decision on rates that you have to claw back, the next
Correct.
meeting or something like that. So
Right.
it's a tough thing.
I guess that's why we're not.
So no
president.
answer really.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I was
gonna
just sitting here.
hold.
We were talking about it earlier. I'm just like, I wouldn't be surprised either way. I guess they stay unchanged. If they do get cut,
Yeah.
I mean, it really wouldn't shock me.
Yeah,
I
agree.
But
Anyway, I'm watching this here. I'm gonna put I'll probably
yeah, I'm
put a
watching this
buy
close as
stop
well.
here at 68. So if we get back above these highs, I think we'll break up here.
Oh, you're a buy stop guy.
Yeah, I'll do a little buy stop, break up here. So I just got filled actually.
All
On
right,
that.
I'll follow you in this one. I was liking this too. I was just gonna not wait for the close here. We got this close in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of a rounding bottom, right? So I mean, we have this. Where's my
Let's see, what's my stop here?
my brush? Where did they put the brush?
Are you a static stop guy, or are you like I'm going to lows or highs?
I mean, if I'm in one contract right now, so I don't have a stop set. If I wanted to like set this as like a hard stop, it would probably be below most of these wicks. I'm not going to go below this giant one, but probably like 49.50. So yeah, I'll set that. Why not? Try to make it a.
We traded down, retested this order block and this fair value gap, so I feel like if we get back below this level, it's probably cooked.
Yeah, like this like rounding bottom and like a breakout above these bodies. This would even be a trade like I'd size in above like 75 or something like that too.
Yeah.
Just because, again, a little bit of a preemptive trade here. I wanted to wait till we get above these bodies. But again, this is something like I'd probably size into if we move up. Yeah, not looking good so far. But
top tick the shit
again,
out of this right now.
It's pretty crazy, right? Like you get 10 points right away, and it's like, you're down $200. I do think
yeah.
Another thing too, going back to that guy that we said that kept his account for like 4 or 5 months so far, right? You got to pay out. He only traded like micros.
Oh, really? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, that's probably one of the biggest pieces of advice that I've given people. It's like whenever they're just struggling on repeat, it's just like, dude, just size down, And it's just amazing what that does to your psychology. At least that's always been my biggest thing. It was when I'm struggling, is I'm usually sized too aggressive.
Yeah.
Micros make money, they say. That's what
they really do. I mean, you can do, you can size up, right? With us, like and also you look at it like this, like if I had 10 if I have 10 micros, right? I also am able to take profit like sooner, right? Like I'm able to scale out of the position. I don't have to feel like if you do one mini, and now of course there's going to be a little bit more fees, but to be honest, you make fees in what, like 2 ticks?
Correct.
Which is nothing on NQ anyway. But micros definitely make money because you're able to actually manage the position better. Right.
Yeah.
Now that's not saying that I want you to, if you go 2 or 3 contracts, typically, I don't think you should be doing 20 or 30 micros. You know what I mean? All the time, right. Or because then you get in the habit of, I'll just add 5 more. I'll just add 5 more. You know what I mean? So like, as long as you got some discipline behind you, to avoid that, then micros are good. But micros can also do you dirty if that's your mindset. So I think that's one thing a lot of people don't talk about too.
Yeah. The other thing too is like some people really believe in partialing and other people are completely against partialing. Are you a partial taker when you're trading?
Do I partake in partials?
Do you partake in partials?
I'm a partial taker for sure. But I am mostly on the fly. So like I'll see how like the candlesticks play out. So if I start to see like some let's say like my target here, right? We said it was like 600 or so. Like again, I'm only in one contract, but let's say I was in like 3 or whatever, 10 micros, right?
Mhm.
If we get to this like 85, 86 level and I start to see a rejection, maybe I'll move half my stop on half of them to 80. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
so
yeah.
like I'm like actively adjusting my risk.
Mhm.
Because there's going to be times where you want, it depends on the trade too, right? This is technically a tight range. I'm looking only to go up like 30, 40 points. If I'm playing something more aggressive, like, you know, I want a long here and this is not my trade at all, but like if my target was high of day, maybe
Yep.
I'll let the trade play out. You know what I mean? Like I won't even think about adjusting anything until it gets to at least 20. There has to be a fine line between like what is your risk
Yeah.
and what are you willing to take, because there's people who say I think something that's like very hard and difficult when you see like gurus and different people online is like see profit, take profit. Like, okay, like they always talk about like a 2-to-1 R to R, right? You don't really have a 2-to-1 R to R if you're taking partials,
Correct.
right? Because if you got stopped out for $50, but you were willing to risk 100, sure, you made still $50, and sure, you're resetting the trade. But in the long term and the long run, that strategy wouldn't really work out, right? Because you're not sticking true to what your actual methodology was, which is a 2-to-1 R to R.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I saying that I guess I just said there that it won't work out. You know, is there a possibility that it will? Sure, right? But in the long run, you're not really using a clear defined system. So rather than saying, hey, you know, I always have a 2-to-1 R to R, you can just say, I'm setting it up. And we're getting this move up here. I probably would add, but I'm not going to here. This is where I would probably add like 5 micros. I'm not on Tradeify right now. I don't feel like switching around charts. So
Oh, I thought you were
Not
about
gonna-
to say I'd usually say no risk, no Rari. That's what I thought you were about to say.
yeah, I probably should. I've honestly been crushing this live account. Our house account is up like almost 2x. I can't wait. We're gonna be sharing like some stats and stuff on that, because I think there's a lot of firms who their house accounts not as
Not
you know,
not
not
as
in
juicy,
shape
huh?
as much. So
Yeah. That'll be sick. But no, what I've always thought to myself as like the right answer, because I don't think there's a right or wrong. Like, should you partial? Should you not partial? I've just always kind of leaned towards like, well, what makes you like not go on tilt and get emotional? You know what I mean?
100%. That comes back to the point. You know, that'll work for some people, those partials, but like other people, they're robots. They're analytical robots. They don't have emotion. They're able to do that. You know, it hits my target or it hits my stop.
Right.
Right. Now,
I'm not that
I
person,
think it is
personally.
better to be a mix. I do
Yeah.
think so. But you can't be someone who just like gets scared and takes $50 when you were
Correct.
willing to risk 400,
Right.
right? You have to let your trade play out. Plan a trade, trade a plan.
Yep. No, I agree 100%. I mean, usually it's like when you get into a trade, you have a plan of where you're expecting or kind of envisioning it to go. And what's tough for a lot of people is when they take a trade like this one that we are in right now, and you take on a little bit of drawdown, you're like, oh my God. So now you start getting emotional about the risk, and then it gets back in profit a little bit. Now you're totally impatient with
Yeah,
just
that's
seeing
why
green.
like over the long run, like getting comfortable with risk you have to like get in bed with risk, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, you gotta get into it.
get to know them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise, like you're gonna be if you're not sure how it's gonna go, you know, each time, and you're getting nervous. There's something wrong with that trade, right? With
Yep.
that style, with that person, right? Type thing. So, I think
Yeah, as somebody
think
that
you need that
is
defined
really
strategy.
successful, both in trading and in business, there is a interesting, how would you say, like a dichotomy, if you will, of like between the mindset of no risk, no Rari, but also making sensible, good decisions.
yeah, it's
Right?
pretty much like there should be a middle ground, right? It's like you have to be there, you know, you have to be willing to take risks in life, but make them like, whoa, that was a big move
Oh,
down.
Drake candle coming in.
Yeah, what was that? But also, you know, it's not like just gamble and degenerate it, right? It's just be comfortable knowing what you're risking, right?
Yeah.
Be willing to take a risk, but don't let that risk make or break you. That's pretty much it. Hey, we're just sitting here. You know, we haven't really moved around.
And we just totally.
I wouldn't be surprised if we well, it's only 10:40. I've already had like 3 meetings today. It's crazy. Like it feels like it's already like 1 o'clock. So I forget that it's only usually there's a good move around 11 or so, like an hour and a half
Yeah.
or 2 after the open.
Usually what you'll see, so like I'm like this New York AM kill zone around 11 a.m. You'll see. Generally, we raid the low or the high of wherever we're trading near, and then if you see a reversal, that's generally where it will form. From what we've seen, pretty often. But
Yeah.
if that happens here, then we'll probably get ran out. Which just looks like we will.
And this is also a trade that like would have faked me out either way, because like I would have actually, if I follow the rule here, I mean, we'll see if we get stopped here, but I would have probably played into this or actually got in either way on that first break of that first green bar that you're showing right now, right? Or here, it's on my screen. So like, you know, this trend line break up, right? We have all these moves down. We get a strong candle here. We get some bigger volume. You look at the past 4 candles here. It's lower volume on the bottom there.
Mm-hmm.
Finally get some good volume behind it. And then we get a matching red bar on the next 2-minute candle. But again, we're still holding here, so we'll see what happens. But this is probably where I would have taken this. I'm not really like a trend line trader, to be honest. But again, it's just another level of confirmation, right? So my original confirmation was just looking at the 5-minute and looking for some strong wicks at these levels.
Yep.
Right. Strong support. You look at the 15-minute, you got another one here. Dives right into, again, that 330, that Europe Open pump that we saw. They swept right below it and popped it back up and held it. So, you know, this, as long as we're holding this 40 to 50 range, it's still a good trade for me. My stop is at 49.50. So, you know, it really, if I'm playing this range exactly, it should be lower. But given the fact that we already swept into that and had such a strong move off of it and haven't touched it again since, this trade's still looking good for me. Yeah. You know, I think once we break up above those 70s, we got stuck. We did it one time here. We rejected. But I think the next time, if we push into the 70s, we'll see that move up to the 80s, 90s. So,
bro, I might have gotten bottom ticked.
Oh, you got stopped?
Dude, that might have fucking wicked me. Yeah. I had my stop. Where did I have my stop here? Let's see.
Excuse me. Yeah, so I like to go, you know, here, like, that's why I put it right below these wicks here. And also below a key number, like 50, increments of 50 to 100 are typical stop hunts, right?
Yep. Yeah, I used to be a big quarters level guy.
So like what, like 25 points?
Well, it'd be like 250, 500, you know.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Yeah, 100% makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
isn't it crazy? Like you look at like NQ, like look at ES, right? It's at, I know it. I remember I was celebrating when SPY got to 305, which is 30.50 on ES, right? And I was like, I remember I was celebrating. I was like, guys, it's the Miami trade. Let's buy SPY 305 calls. And now I'm looking at SPY. I'm like, it's double. I'm like, in a couple years, I don't know, 10 years down the line, whatever, 8 years, who knows, 5 years at this point, you never know. It's going to be crazy when ES is 10,000.
I know, dude. Stonks only go up. It's like,
it's true. Is it really stocks only go up, or does dollar only go down?
Ooh, I like the latter more. Yeah. Are you a crypto guy still, or not really?
I'm not.
Not at all.
Really. I have a small
and now
bag.
You're like, no crypto.
I have a small bag. I'll tell you what, if all the money that I put into trading crypto and trying to learn it back then, I just didn't trade it and just held it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody would have said that, right? Everybody says that, but
right.
It's funny. What I've been doing lately is I've just been averaging in long-term investing every week, every Monday. Every Monday I put money in the market. We're at all-time highs right now. I'm still doing it. I've been doing it for the past couple months, and I'm still making money, right? The number one proven strategy is investing long-term, right? Don't try to time the market.
Yeah.
It's the number one proven strategy. Like, even if you're at the highs, you can, you know, if you're someone who has like a little bit of knowledge on the charts and trading, like, let's say you were putting in, I don't know, 200 a week, right? If you're at all-time highs right now, maybe you put in 150 a week, right? And you wait for a pullback and you set yourself aside. You say, hey, this $50, I'll save that for when there's a dip. And then, you try to not time the market, but do a little bit of different. I just got stopped on that right there. Anyway,
So
you can try to do that, right? Like that's
Right.
something that a lot of people, I think, try to do, and it'll help. But all in all, you should be investing weekly because you're just going to be doing yourself justice in the long run. The economy in the US is always very strong, right? Even through hurdles, we recover very fast. And again, just like you said, stocks only go up because inflation is always going up, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, they say historically, if all you ever did was just continuously buy all-time highs, like you're still averaging what? You're still averaging what? Over 10% over the course of like the last 20 years.
exactly.
So
It's insane. If you're able to, obviously, if you try to like time it, and the best thing you can do is buy fear at least, right? If you're not gonna, and the problem is like even now, like I've had people text me, and they're like, "Hey man, that haven't texted me in like 2 years." And they're like, I'm thinking about getting it back into this trading thing. And I'm like, why do you wait until like the market, like there's headlines of, oh, market's new highs. It's crazy, but like when
Right.
there's fear headlines and all this, like market dumps 15% in a month, like nobody wants to buy. And you would think like people would have learned from like all the dumps that crypto's done or like COVID and stuff, right? And they still don't.
It's crazy. Like even in my family, like I have a grandpa that is just like he put money in the markets one time and he was up, I think like I don't know what it was, like damn near 20%, I want to say. And then we had the '08 crash. And ever since then, he's just like, so now when I'm around him, he's like, oh, you're still doing that gambling stuff with the stock market? And I'm just like, so that's just, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's the generation or what it is, but it's like, it's crazy how
It's
people,
it's if you get burnt, it's tough
Yeah.
to come back for some people.
but like,
Right?
again,
It's
that's why the
easier.
long-term
It's easier to be a
strategies-
hater.
Right. Well, right. I mean, that's why people are living in delusion. If you're sitting there, it's like, oh, I'm waiting for the crash. I'm waiting for the crash. I'm waiting for the crash. Well, buddy, it's like you're actually planning. Your entire plan is rooted around something that statistically really hasn't. I mean, yes, crashes and dips happen, but like just look at history. The data says that we still will rally and go higher and put in a new high every single time.
You want to see the craziest chart? It's still this to me. Like generational buying opportunity right here. This is Tesla, COVID, right? Let's do a replay here.
Looks like we're gonna get this short to Asia now. You dirty slut, NQ.
So this is the monthly candle on Tesla back during COVID, right? So you can see like this is where the high comes in. I don't know when this candle closes. Why isn't it? There we go. Anyway, so we start the new one. So from this low to this high is the fib, right? And then COVID comes. It's about to come here. Dips down here. So this is the best buying opportunity ever, right? Golden pocket, previous highs, 70% move down from the highs to the low of that recent swing long, right? And then we don't need to even fast forward. We can just do this and turn it off.
Crazy.
So like if there's ever another good one, Meta, if there's ever a massive, this is like an all-time, this is when Meta came out in 2013 to this high. Same thing.
Yeah,
like even if
crazy.
you're buying at 125 to 100, like any massive name. Now I'm not saying just any name that goes down 70% on the monthly chart, right? By any means, I'm not saying that. But like if it's a company that's shifting up its agenda, looking to be innovative, looking to do different things, there's going to be periods of just pain, right? Knowing where some of these levels are and where funds are looking to take a risk or get back in is important. And that's where like fibs come into play. So that is the main reason I use fibs, because fibs are going to be your look into how a lot of algorithms are based. It's that 618, that 60 to 70% of a range or move down or up is where these targets are. So, and it's still true today.
Yeah.
Like for the past 4 years, 5 years now, I've been using it.
It's crazy. Isn't there like something to do with like nature, like Fibonacci? You can find Fibonacci retracements in
Yeah.
like nature. There's like the whole video
I
documentary
have
on YouTube.
I have
saw
a
about it.
funny. Let me see if I can.
But you know, it's crazy too, bro. Look, so you know that's why I was asking. Like, you'll still take golden pocket trades even if we're not to, you know, said golden pocket, right? Like now we're kind of hitting that 618 below that Asia low. So congrats, Chad, if anybody held on to shorts there. Ended up flipping longs after a London low got taken. And new macro comes in here around 11 a.m. and we run, well, it's actually not even 11 a.m. yet. We run Asia low right before the end of the kill zone here. I just think it's so fitting that we get this big pump at open. We retrace the whole move here, and then we kind of see more of like this grind lower.
Yeah.
10. Classic.
We'll see. We're right now we're sitting at yesterday's. You know, if I draw it now we're actually getting towards where I would take an actual like heavier trade.
Yeah.
We just hit it right now.
Yep.
Are we still showing mine? I don't know.
I
Yeah.
just
So
put you
we're
back
like
up.
we're right at that first level of the GP. Like even the 618 is a good level. So typically, I'll look for like a play here. Like this is where I'd probably size in one contract and average down one at around 500.
So you'll
this is a
buy,
wide,
you'll catch
but
the
this is a
falling knife
wide
though, right?
range. What'd you say?
You'll buy it as it's selling into the golden pocket.
Depends. Like right now, I won't because like this is
Okay.
an aggressive move. But
Yeah.
if it's like a gradual staggered move, then maybe I'll place a buy stop there, or maybe I'll. There's not like a one answer fits all, and a lot of people will say, "Oh, this doesn't know what he's talking about," like blah blah blah. But like that's the thing with trading. Like anybody who has like a clear, easy defined system, I don't think it's almost like full of shit, right? Because like
Correct.
you have to watch on so many different levels and so many different factors in order to actually take a trade. But what I would like here is like, for instance, this is the 15-minute, but like, on the 5 to like kind of gradually put it in like a wick or candle here, right? And
Yeah.
then see a move up.
Do you wait for a swing low to form inside of that?
Usually, but
Okay.
there are times that I'll put a buy stop. If I am doing a blind buy stop like that, I have to have a high conviction. Like I do have a pretty high conviction we'll hold this 500 level. So I probably would put like a buy at like 502 down to like 492 or something like that. And I would simply put my stop in the 80s, below this golden pocket, because I expect price to, do something in here at some point in the next 15, 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But then get a swing move back up to at least the 50% level here, if not the 382. And the good thing with fibs is like you're always going to have levels match up. Like you look at this 50% level, that's our pre-market. Again, that's right before that 330, right? So if we get this move down, this would be an area of resistance because now we're below that level, right? Or if we break that level, where's the next one? Well, this is the pre-market high, overnight high from Monday, right? So again, a lot of levels with fibs line up. They line up a lot with same levels you have probably with fair value gaps as well.
Yeah.
Right.
What's crazy is like, I talked about this on Tradeify TV last week too. It's just like, one of ICT's favorite like entry models that he taught like on the beginning of his YouTube career was what he calls the OTE or optimal trade entry, and that's what it is. It's golden pocket. You're right. So it's not like anything new under the sun. And that's kind of what people get mixed up about trading, is like there isn't anything new under the sun. All of this is
it's like
same old
regurgitated.
ideas. Correct.
Yeah.
So
It's
obviously
like
I use
literally
ICT terminology, but I'm not like this guy that's like, did he steal and make up stuff? I don't know. I mean, it's not. I mean, only God knows, right?
Yeah.
So it's
there's people who like are calling like same thing ICT's doing like something else, right? Like
correct,
I don't know.
100%. Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun in trading, and however, I guess you learned it is how you're gonna refer to it, right? But
Exactly.
it's the markets only go up and down, and they repeat. And if you can find a repeatable system, I mean, you have an edge. I mean, that's literally what trading is in a nutshell, But
See if we get a reaction off of here though. So that this is something where I probably would have, again, if I was watching it closely, if I had the fib up, again, it's tough when we're talking, you're live. A lot of people take for granted too, like it would be much easier to trade if you're not live, right? If you're not paying attention to the chat and stuff. So like, it's a tough thing what everybody does. Like yourself, props to you, coming in every day and doing this. I mean, you've been doing it. How long have you been doing it now?
I just hit a year actually this month of live streaming.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's been times where
You're not ready to hang up the hang up the jacket yet?
Well, I don't know, dude. Sometimes I read the chat and I'm just like, I'm just gonna disappear.
Come on, chat. Let's put a W in the
But
chat
no.
for Tyler here.
No, honestly, the chat's pretty good. I honestly, if anything, I've embraced the trollery, and I troll them back just as much. The only thing that I ask is like, if they're gonna troll me, they have to be okay with me trolling them. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Of
not
course.
it's not a one-way street. I'm gonna call out if I see some stupid shit too. So,
Yeah.
and sometimes I need I need the accountability, right? Like I always said that when I was trading 100% off social media, it was so easy for me to make mistakes and then sweep it under the rug. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in a way, I actually needed that accountability of like, listen, if I go off the rails, start revenge trading or whatever, like I should want that embarrassment, you know what I mean? Because I need to not do that, you know. And sometimes you just need to like make bullying great again, right? So I need to get bullied a little bit to get me back on the rails sometimes.
We're gonna make a shirt.
I'd wear it.
Love
I'd
it.
wear it.
Why don't we do a giveaway, man? How about that?
Yeah, we can do that.
How do you want to do them here?
Well, as chat was telling me earlier, I'm not even technically savvy enough to do marbles races, so I don't got marbles races.
I was gonna make a marbles joke, but I didn't.
But if you have it, if it's able to be easily set up on your end somehow, I mean that's how little I know about the marbles race. Otherwise, we can do a little keyword. We could do whatever.
Keyword for sure. It's a keyword easier.
Although they were telling me in the chat before that, yeah, they're saying Tyler's very abusive. Listen, I just punish my children. That's how it works here. But no, I guess my
so
Tyler
this chat likes to buy from their abuser, huh?
Yep. Okay. I guess Code Tyler wasn't working earlier.
We need Coach Tank in here for some therapy.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah, it's a love hate, but I would say more love than hate.
Love it.
It's all good.
All right, keyword here. I'll send you a keyword.
Send me over something. We'll get it all set up here, boys and girls. What are we doing? What are we giving away?
What are we giving away?
We think a 150K straight to funded.
If we get,
you know what? I actually have one yet to give away. I can throw that in here. I can toss that bad boy into the pot. We could do a couple giveaways too.
Why don't we get I don't know. Are you still in the same stream? Chat. Let's get the stream up to 150 likes at least. Come on, pop it up in here for the man.
It probably doesn't help that we cut out halfway through and then had to.
Yeah, I know. You probably lost some momentum there.
Yeah. Yeah, hit the thumb button, boys and girls. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy.
Get it. We do 150. We'll give away a 150. We'll go big for the boy.
Okay.
$500 account, man.
I know it, dude. I know. Well, hey, but we've been trying to do this collab stream for a little bit now. Dude, I was going to be so mad if my internet just like didn't come back. Like, what are the odds?
We'll have to do another one. We got some cool things cooking up in August, so maybe middle of August, 3rd or 4th week of August, we'll definitely hop on another one and talk about the new stuff we got, because it'll be some big stuff coming. I think we needed to. I've been saying this for a while, and I hate it. I hate saying that because like the reason that we've grown so much is we've come out with new shit. You know, we've constantly innovated and had different things coming for a while, and we've been kind of dry for like 2 months or so, and that's because we needed to do this migration over to the new tech stack in order to keep building at the rate we are without coming into a problem like these other big firms where like you're too big to be able to make changes and it takes a whole year. Now we can make changes, like we can still do them every month, like, and no issue. So we had to change the foundation of the house in order to keep building floors on it. And that's the best way to say it. So, you know, I appreciate everyone bearing with us during that time. And you know, I think it's the perfect time for Tradeify to kind of, we've been growing month over month still, but take that next launch pad.
Yeah.
So to say.
Well, that's the thing, is there's so much that goes into it that we don't see. You know what I mean? There's so much data that has to transfer over without getting lost.
It's insane. You know, there's an insane amount of data each day we have to look up on it. Like every person's account, they have to log the trade. Every single person's, like, not only their user, but their account, right, has like 30 different columns. Like think about it like an Excel sheet, right? Mm-hmm. There's literally 30 different values for each account. You know, we have like 40,000 plus users who, you know, I'm not going to say how many total accounts, but like, you know, let's just say at least 2 per person, right? So like, you know, that's 80,000 records every day being updated with 30 rows. You know what I mean? Like, it's a massive amount of data, right? So like moving it over to a new database, getting it all aligned. We had a couple mishaps. There was a lot of flip flop, and the team, honestly, the dev team was fucking great. You know, they were awesome. They worked through a lot of the issues, solved stuff with, you know, big stuff within 1 to 2 days, and it was good to go. So anyway, here we are, but we're ready to take it up. So anyway, let's do this giveaway. Why don't we get
we'll get it started up. I got it. We're gonna do. You want me to pick the keyword?
Go ahead, run it.
Just because you were kind enough to hop on stream today, boys and girls, we're gonna do keyword Simba.
Love it. I just saw this guy Simba 20 in the chat.
I know it, dude.
I was like, I know he's gonna do Simba now.
Oh, let me type it in here quick. All caps, boys and girls. Do not spam Simba in the chat. You will be removed by the bot if you spam. So, Simba, we're going to do a giveaway for a 150K Lightning funded account, boys and girls. Good luck, everybody. I would say while we're waiting here, what would be, I guess, 2 questions. One, right before we did the giveaway here, someone was asking about Project X, which has been a pretty popular question. I'm assuming you get that a million times a day.
We're moving quick on that right now.
Okay.
Like before I was saying, before I was like, oh, we might do it we might maybe then, or like we needed to move to this new infrastructure because we're not going to build out Project X for the old infrastructure, right? Because then we wouldn't even be able to launch it then because we already had to migrate Tradeify. If we had to migrate another, like it just wouldn't make sense. So anyway, now that we're over to the new infrastructure, we're moving quick on Project X. I'm hoping within 30 days. If not, I think 45 is a good backup.
What's up with this? What's up with this? Can you speak on the war between Project X and Tradeify? I call it a war, but it seemed like they were kind of going at each other there for a bit, right?
So there's a couple things to say there. Like you have to look at a business. This is a very unique business, right? We'll go over like a couple of reasons why. And I'll go even past, broker, but the main bread and butter of the business is having an account, right? To trade on. Like you need a broker.
Mm-hmm.
So if think about it, and I'm gonna kind of defend them a little bit here, and I'm also not gonna. I understand where they're coming from, in one sense, because
you're saying defend Tradeify or Project X.
Well, just like Top Step, I guess you could say, or Project X. Like not defend. I'm not basically defending prop firms in general. I think a lot of people are going to be making their own brokers.
Yeah.
And that the reason is because you technically, let's say next week, and this isn't going to happen, and we'd know well in advance, right? It's not like this would ever happen, but let's say we get a notice that in 2 months, Ninja Trader is not going to be offering prop or something like that. What the fuck do we do?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Seriously, like, what do you do, right? So you have to think of new brokers. You got to do all this. So honestly, the best way to fight that is to what? Have your own, right? So you don't want to be a business that has to rely on vendors in order to be in business. However, the reason that this space has gotten to where it was is off the backs of them, right? So I don't think it should be something that's just phased out because you just want to do that or want to save some money, different things like that. Because there's costs associated with every account and user on each broker, right? And they vary depending on where you go. So I think it was a poor execution on that firm's end in terms of like migrating people and letting them know when and making it only like 30 days rather than a gradual phase out. But I think with this move and with a big firm and possibly another firm in the future, not offering Tradeify, Tradeify has taken a lot of steps right now. And we've been informed that there's going to be a lot of big changes coming. I'd say definitely within the next few months. So, be on the lookout for a lot of things that separate why people want another broker or Project X in general. Yeah. I think they'll be coming to Tradeify, but also, it's understandable why, a prop did what they did. Right. So, I like to play both sides. I'm never there's always two sides to a story. I think there's certain things that can be done better, but hey, it is what it is. So
yeah. But I mean, I agree overall with like the whole as a both. I guess I didn't even think about it from the prop firm side. What would you do if who you're working with, Tradeify, just says,
I mean,
sorry, we're
us,
not
we'd
offering
have to get Project X right away.
Yeah, you'd have to
We'd
get rolling with something.
We'd have to like, I'd tell everybody, all right, every like 24/7 chips, like triple the pay.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
we need Rhythmic, we need Project X. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
so like Tradeify is still the best in class. Like it's the #1 retail futures brokerage, right? So the most amount of users by far.
Yeah, for some reason, some people love Project X, but I feel like most, I guess the check.
It's only a couple things, really. Like, to be honest, it's the built-in TradingView charts and the ability to copy trade on TradingView. So, like right now, right? I'm on TradingView. I can only trade one account. Right?
So you don't run like Replicanto, NinjaTrader, or anything like that?
No.
So I execute on.
I only use Tradeify.
Yeah, me too. But I actually connected to. Oh, you can't see my screen. Shit. I connected to Replicanto and NinjaTrader.
Oh, Replicanto.
And then I
I've never used Replicanto. I don't know why. I've used TradeSyncer.
You have?
It's better. I don't know the last time you used it, but
I mean, it's cool that it's cloud based.
Oh.
But I thought there was a lot of issues.
Little thing here. We're gonna be the only thing is like if it's there's a con though if it's local. I forget. Anyway, what was I about to say? Oh. Something coming to Tradeify in the future, with as long as you have an active account, there may or may not be a copy trader included for free. I think that's the first time I've said that.
Somebody clip it.
Somebody clip it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
That's awesome.
I saw a copy.
Heck yeah.
Kev C said, Brett, so can our project Tradeify accounts be switched over? We're working on, we're trying to decide what that looks like, Kev, because it's a big question. Joey Morgan asks me that all the time too. He says, again, the question is, can we transfer accounts when Project X launches? Can we switch our Tradeify accounts to Project X? The only reason we're hesitant on it is because the build out alone and offering another broker and like making sure everything goes smoothly by itself is a lot. To add in another element of do we have to transfer accounts and make sure all the data is like matching up one-to-one on this, because it's kind of like it's one database, right? But it's like two separate parts of it, right? Project X then and Tradeify accounts. So in the interest of not wanting anything to fuck up, to be honest, like no other way, I'd say tentatively no. However, in the future, maybe we'd be open to it. I think we just want to get it right first.
Right.
Maybe test it with a few accounts after. We just want to get the launch right? Just actually using it. And then maybe we think about that. So again, tentatively at launch, I'd say the answer is no. But I'm not saying no forever. And maybe, hopefully that makes sense.
Well, here's the thing that I think a lot of people aren't really considering is the user experience, right? Like something might sound good in theory, but
yeah, but times that by like 30, 40, 50, 60,000 accounts, right? Like, does the experience get convoluted and does then like?
Because that makes it even worse. If you roll out something that sounds great, but then it's shit, people are going to be pissed on that front, right? So, and then that makes your guys' life that much harder as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of back end stuff that we really don't see, which is
yeah, I like to bring it to the front though. Like I think people need to understand a reason why. It's very easy to say, oh, this firm changed this rule, or like why'd they do it, or like why doesn't this firm just add this, or the worst thing you could say is just do this. And I've learned that with our first devs that we worked with. I used to say like, let's just do this, and like that's the worst thing you can say.
Yeah,
because like there's a lot that goes in. It's not just this.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that meme where it's like, or that trend where it's like you're on a date with your wife or your girlfriend, and she's like, "Oh, how much was dinner?" And you're like, "Oh, it's only $400." She goes, "Oh, that's."
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's like you telling the dev team, "Just do that." And they're just like, "Oh yeah, just do that." Oh, is that how easy it is?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's funny. Let's run the giveaway, man. Let's give away. We got another one too.
We do. Okay, let's get it rocking here then. All right, boys and girls. Winner for the first giveaway, 150K Lightning funded account. And your winner is Yash Chauhan. Yash, are you in the chat?
Type something in the chat.
All right, Yash, you got at least a minute to claim your prize.
The chat. Chat means cat in French.
Sha means cat in French.
Like it's spelled just like chat. Yeah.
You don't have a cat, do you? You have a dog.
I have a cat and a dog. Yeah.
Oh, you have both. Okay. You have like a big golden doodle, don't you?
Yeah. He's huge.
Yeah.
He's 80 pounds.
Do doodles shed bad or no?
You don't shed at all.
They don't shed at all? Oh my
No.
god, that's so nice.
That's why they're great.
So you can just pet the absolute living you know what out of them, and they just won't lose hair.
Yep. Our son, he's almost 2, and he's
Yeah.
like they're like really clicking now, like besties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
he's like realizing like kind of how to like play with them, like throwing the rope and toys and stuff, like
That's awesome.
effectively at least, you know, not like just hitting them. Because at first like he was just grabbing his hair too much, and you know he didn't understand, but like it's so sick to just like see them play now, because like it's like he just has like a permanent best friend in the house all the time.
That's awesome.
Not permanent. Crap. Oh,
Well,
never mind. Forget it. Permanent.
maybe they'll
Permanent.
invent something. Maybe that'll be a thing. But
Yeah. Oh,
it sucks.
So
How
sad.
old's Toby?
He's 4. He actually has a
Okay.
similar birthday to Milo. I think he's 2 days away from Milo, so they'll always have like similar birthdays. But yeah, he's just like 2 years older. They'll like age
Similarly,
yeah, very
As
similar,
they
somewhat
grow up.
similarly. At least
Cool.
their brain, right?
Cole goes, "Is his son profitable?" That's such a trading.
I'll tell you
question.
what, there's so many times like I'll leave my chart open, or like because I still trade, you know, prop, or like I still trade my personal or house account, right? And I'll leave the chart up here, and because the door is always locked here, he loves to come and run in here when it's open.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'll be done with the day, and then like, you know, he'll just run in here and start like, and he'll grab the mouse and keyboard, because when he's in here, he sees me doing it.
Yep.
So there's been time, I think he's only done a couple of times, but I've lost like $2,000.
That's crazy. You know what's
Like, one
funny is
time.
I used to have people in the community that I used to trade in. They would blow their account and they would say stuff like, "My cat walked across my keyboard.
Yeah,
Blew
yeah.
my account for me." I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm sure.
That's one of my memes that I post on Twitter. Like, if people say that to me on
Bro,
on
we
support.
might have to pick a new winner here. Yash has not said anything in the chat. It's been 2.5
man,
minutes.
Gosh, what a fumble! Imagine fumbling a $500 account.
All right, Yash, you've got like a solid 10 seconds, and I'm gonna re-roll this thing. I'm trying to stall as long as I can, Yash.
No. You know, we're saving the other people because we
Oh, wait.
talked a lot while we did that giveaway. Oh, there.
Yad Sean says I'm here, but it's a
Is
different.
it Yad Sean?
What the? This is throwing me off a little bit. Yad, not Yash. It literally says Yash.
It was Yash.
What do we-
Sorry, man. Sorry,
What do we-
Yash. We're running another one. Pull it.
Listen, the boss told me I had to do it, boys and girls.
Yeah.
He told me I had to. HD trades.
What is Hold on, HD. Before we give it away to you, man, what does HD stand for? High definition?
Harmonic
Dissonance. I have no
dissonance.
idea.
Harmonic
Just a fucking-
deviations. Huge. Yeah, well, there's that
There
too.
he is. He's in the chat. All right, congrats, man.
All
What
right,
does
man.
HD stand for, though? You have to say it before we give you this account. We gotta know. Home Depot. HD. It's his initials. All right.
Well, a lot of people in the chat were close, but sorry, boys and girls, you guys didn't guess it. Congrats, HD. Nice. You said we're gonna do
Let's
another
go.
giveaway too,
Let's
right?
just go back to back, like we're on Lethal Weapon here, man. Run it up a 150K growth real quick,
All right.
pull it.
All right.
and then we'll do another one in a few minutes
You
here.
want to do
but
you
I
want to
got
do a keyword
to-
again, or you want to do something else?
Yeah, let's refresh it. Let's put in
Yeah.
put in growth for the
Hold
growth
on.
account.
Hold up, boys and girls.
You know what?
hold
I'm gonna
up.
try another long here. I'm gonna take 2 actually. So we got that little wick down. We're at 500. Let's see if I can cook. I'm gonna
Listen,
set 1 to sell at.
we're at all-time
19.
highs. It has to go up.
Yeah.
Ain't that
right?
how that works?
Yeah.
Whenever I go short at all-time highs, the chat doesn't shut up about it.
They get upset.
What do you feel about? All right, boys and girls, growth is good to go. Type it in the chat. No spamming. We'll pick a winner here in a little bit. How have you just been? I guess how do you like trading at all-time highs? I guess I should ask.
Smaller time frames.
Smaller time
Right,
frames,
like-
yeah.
try to. I
Like
honestly,
how's it been going? I guess I should ask maybe. over the last, like,
I
month.
haven't been trading a lot the past couple of days, but I'll play like quick, 20-point moves within these like levels throughout the day, right?
Yeah.
That's mostly it. Otherwise, like, I don't know, it's tough, man. But like the other thing is too, like you're gonna have to sit. Like if I want to wait for like real levels where I trade, that's also why I'm not trading stocks at all time highs. That's why
Yeah.
what I said before when I first came on, right? Because like I want to find these levels of support. The other issue with that though is, let's say I'm playing a stock that's coming off a week, couple weeks and hitting a support. If the actual the market's still going up, right? It's buy NQ, but if the market pulls back, I don't know if that level's really going to hold too. And then it's like, what's the level below there? But I'm going to assume that that's still a strong level. And I have seen that even when the market goes down a bit, there's these names that I've been playing. I'll try to play names that aren't tech stocks, because then maybe they're not going to be affected when like SPY QQQ goes down as hard, right?
Yeah.
So like I'll look for like defensive names or like cyclical names, certain names. Like I'm in I think I just started averaging into a position on Chipotle shares.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like the Chipotle share, I'll show you.
Listen, I don't know. Ever since they got that new CEO, they keep shorting my my Chipotle bowls. They don't give me as much substance.
Yeah. So I'm looking. There was a actually huge aggressive move down. So I'm looking for a move to like 42. So I started building my position at 45-ish, and I'm looking to add shares down into 42. So it's a wide range. It's like a 8 to 10% range, but that's what I'm looking for. That way, like if NQ pulls back, like Chipotle is not going to get affected really.
That's a good point.
Starting to get this move up. Let's see if we can break up another 15 points.
So like when you're placing your stops, like let's say you're buying or trying to essentially bottom tick really this move down into that golden pocket, is your defined stop just like the next fib level? Or
usually sometimes I'll give it some room. So like in this case, there's not any like key level over here that would make me want to say, hey, I should move this, like I should put this here instead.
Yeah.
So granted, the fact that I entered this off of this little wick below the 707 and this key level is 500, I actually am not really playing into like my originally when I first said this, right, I said it would be between like this like the 519 where we were before, and then I really just wanted to hold 500, right? So we wicked right below it 6 points, and then we bounced right up. So in this case, I don't want to see it ever go below that wick again. Right, like, and as soon as I say that, there we go. Didn't happen yet, but it might. But yeah, it would just be that next level in this case, right? So there is no. Sometimes I'll make it a little bit lower than that level, only because I want to be able to see that level hold, or there might be a little bit. There's stop hunts, right? We know that. But there's no like real confirmation over here for me to say, hey, like, I don't think this will hold, but maybe this will hold.
Right.
So I like where I'm at right now.
So
like
so you're willing to maybe take a paper cut to play a move maybe once or twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And because these are such high R to R moves, like this is my first target, right? Like this 19 level. But if we go to like 45 here, I'm looking at like my entry is what, 50. I don't even know what I'm in at on here. Yeah, 500. It's like 501. So like I'm looking for like a 40-something point move, right? So if I'm risking 18 points, I'm still in good shape, right? 2-to-1 R to R. And at that, this isn't even like when I play fibs too, I'll take partials and then I'll just raise my stop, because a fib could go all the way to the next fib level, right? Then the next fib level, then the next one. So like, I'll give you an example. If this bounced all the way up to like this 50% here, I would probably make my stop like right here. And then if it, as it goes up, I'll just gradually move it up, 5-10 points every time. Because again, when you're playing off the fib, you get strong moves. Again, is the fib the best thing to play when you're at all-time highs? Not exactly right, but there's good momentum. We're still getting good momentum to the upside. I mean, we're seeing this big dump on NQ, but 100 points is not a big dump for NQ.
No, it's really not. It has been a buy the dip market, right? Since we've been at these all-time highs. I mean, it's like, why fade that until I guess we really get that higher time frame shift
Yeah.
for something lower? It's kind of been the thing that served me the best so far. But
Pull it.
pull it. All right, boys and girls. I was just shooting trap this weekend at a bachelor party, high school buddy. And so I was saying that a lot. Pull it.
Pull it.
Pull it. Little redneck shenanigans. All right, boys and girls. Winner. 150K. 150K growth account. Brrrr. Your winner is William Yap. William Yap, are you willing to yap in the chat for us?
Willie yapping.
Where you at? 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 Congrats, William. Oh, William's here. He's ready. He's ready to yap. Maybe. I can't believe, like, imagine you win a giveaway. I was going to say, okay. Like, imagine you win a giveaway and it's like, do they just wait for suspense? Oh, dude, look, Yash is in the chat now. That's
Is he
good.
where? Oh yeah. Oh no.
I mean, there's
Listen,
no, like,
listen. I'll be a nice guy today. We'll give you a runner-up prize, Yash. A 20, but we gotta be a little.
You gotta be somewhat charitable.
We gotta
yeah.
punish you a bit. So we'll give you a 25K straight to fund it. Still pretty
Yash. Yeah. Yash, you owe Brett Simba. He's being nice. He's being very charitable with that one.
good.
Very, very charitable. Well, congrats, William. All right, boys and girls. Yeah, HD, William, and Yash, I guess. Shoot me a message on either Instagram or X. Just screenshot your YouTube account so I know it's you. And I will get the codes to you at some point later today after stream. Boys and girls. Are you still in this long? Oh, shit.
I'm like a point away from my stop, I think. Or I got stopped on 1.
This is a falling knife right now.
And there we go. I got stopped. Yep.
Flipping this thing.
Not the day. You know, I'm getting, but it's still putting in, like, the problem is, like, on these candles, they're painting like those hammers, but I, like, for instance, on that one, I didn't wait for the full close, but these are trades that I'll take every time, right? Because again, it's just part of my strategy. Like, in the long run, my golden pocket trades or like my reversal trades off of these key levels, whether it's a short or a long, always play out, and it's an easily defined like 2 or 3 to 1 R to R. So
and when they play out, you're eating up those losses and then some.
Yeah.
That's the
the next play. The next play I take will pay for it, and there's some too like that have even less risk. Like that one was I entered at the 707. Some of them I'll enter down here at the 786. So like there could be ones that are like 5 to 1 R to R, right? If I enter up here at the 618, maybe it's a 1.5 to 1, right? This is a 2 to 1. This is a 3 to 1. So, you know.
Yep. It's crazy though when you're taking trades live. It's like everyone really hyper focuses on the losses, like as if you're never supposed to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would say, Brett, last question. I don't know what kind of time crunch you're on here, but last question.
I got a couple minutes,
that I would say that would be useful maybe as a prop owner. You get to see a lot of valuable insights into the trading world that a lot of us don't get to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the question I would ask would be, what's been the common denominator for, I guess, the people that you see, turning and burning accounts and not really ever getting to payouts, versus what's the common denominator that you see for people that are your most profitable traders at Tradeify?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the number one thing why people burn up accounts is impatience and over leveraging. I mean, I think everyone really knows that when you think about it, right? There's
would you say it's the same even for the Lightning funded accounts? People pushing it too hard, even though that they're already in like a straight.
Not necessarily, but the other thing is the third thing that I was about to say is not having like a defined stop. Don't use your DLL as your
stop
DLL.
loss. Yeah,
as your stop loss too, right? Like realistically, if you have a $2,000 max drawdown, like if you lose 2,000, you fail an account, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you ever risk half of that in one day? you're basically like risking half your account in one day, right? Like if you put in 2,000 of your own money, would you like just risk 1,000 in one day? I mean,
No, right.
there are some people who are going to say yes, but like if you if you want to be effective and utilize that money correctly, right, then you don't want to do that. So you have to, something that I see a lot of people do really well with is going back to what I said originally with that one guy who's kept his account long. Have some rules. Say, okay, my target for the day, or like what I'm going to aim to try to make is, you know, $200, $300 per trade. I'm going to size appropriately for the, or doesn't even have to be that, rather just a 2 or 3 to 1 R to R per day, but always have a defined loss. You know, if I lose 200 on the day, I'm done for the day. That's one thing. And the second thing is more, like 90% of the people who get to pay out are I'll even say this, 95%, I'd be willing to say, I don't know if it's 90 or 95 of people who get to the second payout, because that's actually the biggest accomplishment, second payout. Those people are only doing no more than 2 or 3 trades a day. Right? I think over trading is a big thing. Knowing when to step away. You take 2 trades, plan your trade out. If it goes wrong, maybe you get another stab, then walk away, right? If you take that third trade, make sure it really is appropriate to your system. Make sure you're not down already too much on the day. Don't always look to make back all your losses. If you lose one trade and the second one wins, that one winner doesn't have to make you break even. If you're down 400, 300 on the day, you're willing to risk another 100, but you get back to like negative 50. Don't just get in that mindset of, I have to be green, right? Like I have to see green. So I think that'll go a long way for people. It's tough. You know, you have to trade like a robot, but you also have to realize you're not a robot.
Well said. So my takeaway from that is the people that get to that second payout, you've noticed actually less frequency of trading, like less frequency of trades placed.
More meticulous trades, right? Yeah. Planning their trade, planning what they're going to do, and having a defined stop, right? For the day, for them personally, right? Yeah. You can still be, you know, you can still watch people's streams and learn, but get away from that, you know, I need to be in a trade
just because you're on charts
every hour, just because you're at the screen.
Yeah. That's well said, man.
For sure.
Well said. I appreciate it.
Well, hey, it was awesome being here. Hopefully we'll get another one cooking in like 3-4 weeks or so, when we got some other things out of the oven, so to say. Yeah. And yeah, but I appreciate you having me on. Chat. Hey, you're in good hands here with the man.
I appreciate you coming on, man. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but hey, now we know. I just gotta throw some.
Now you're an expert.
Now I got some real field experience. So next time it'll be smooth sailing, man.
So we're gonna have to have you run Tradeify TV.
Oh
now.
God, I don't know about that.
Good, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'll show up and take some trades and shoot some jokes off of Matt, Nick, and Miriam. So you can count on me for that, bro. But I appreciate you hopping on, boys and girls. Give Brett a W in the chat. Appreciate you showing up, my man. And
thank you.
We'll look forward to having you back on sooner rather than later.
All right, cool. All right, thanks, Tyler. Later, chat.
All right, boys and girls. All right, boys and girls. How we feeling? How we feeling? This was got real heavy real quick, didn't it? Oh, boys and girls. Holy cow. Let me do a quick P&L check. We kind of I know we got to yapping. Hopefully it was good though. Hopefully you guys got some value out of that. I feel like he covered a lot of different stuff from the prop perspective, from the trader perspective. For me, as far as the trading goes today, man, that is a bummer. Literally, first idea was actually a short. I don't know how many of you guys, we didn't really get a chance to talk about it too much. Let me know if anybody took that initial first short. Just wanted to see it trade down to London and potentially Asia lows. And then we take out London low and we immediately trade right back up into that range here at 1030. So clearly got, and caught offside flipping and then looking for longs in here. But Then, of course, we get the sell-off the rest of the way through Asia. Now we're pretty much just dumping. Now we're bouncing a little bit. See if we got the juice for previous day low, potentially. Yes, looks like we are taking that out. So we were SMTing again at this low, but... Oh my gosh, look at this bounce. But, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. You know, price just couldn't give me that clean delivery. You know what I mean? Why did it have to turn around at London low and make it difficult for me? Like, this shit should have just kept falling. But obviously, it did still, I would say, support the higher time frame narrative. Obviously, we talked about this, obviously, before stream cutoff, and then Brett joined us. But was looking at this hourly gap as potential for us to break through and then, you know, be basically full-blown bearish. And same on this, like this 15 here. So to me, these were the key areas that I guess kind of more so framed that bearish narrative. But yeah, man, if you guys caught these shorts, damn, hats off to you, boys and girls. I can turn my desktop audio back on now because we also, can I take my headphones off? Get these fuckers off me. Get these fuckers off me. I think. Oh my god, so much better. So much better, boys and girls. So why did you switch to longs? Really just because we took out the London low. We we're doing it right at 10:30, right? So seeing really the London low, I guess you could just say I got caught on the lower time frames a little bit too much. Seeing this displacement back up, changing the state of delivery, we trade down into this gap here, right? Oops. Trade down into this gap here. You dirty. There we go. And then we hold it, right? So I wasn't like front running this at all. Like I didn't enter here when it initially first traded this. I was waiting to see price trade back above here. At this point, I was like, okay. I was willing to take this trade with my stop at this low here, not wanting to see this traded back to. Thought I was a little worried here that I got bottom ticked, and then we were like stop hunted, and then we were just gonna run. But we ultimately held this inversion and then got the sell off for lower in the 11 a.m. macro. So 1050 was right here. 1050 right here. Retest the hourly inversion and bearish fair value gap here. So yeah, if you guys put shorts on here, right, literally right at 1050, this was a freaking snipe. Take it right down to Asia low. We come back up 50% of this leg, and then we basically see like 50% OT the rest of the way down. And I believe now we have SMT with previous day low with ES. So yeah, I just got caught flipping, I guess. The hourly, I don't believe, had closed. So if I waited for the hourly close, obviously, what? That takes us to 11 a.m. So let me find 11. Where's 11 a.m.? Yeah, if you waited for the hourly inversion, Asia low had already been taken at that point. So I don't know if anybody played that after the Asia low sweep. I don't know, boys and girls. Let me know how you boys did, I guess. Looking at the poll in the chat, a lot of red today. You know, the thing is we were bullish. We were bullish. Or I should say the chat was bullish. Finally getting the sell off here. So yeah, for you brainiacs that are always like, trend is your friend till the end, I want you to remember this day. And just know the shorts can still happen even though we're at all-time highs. You think this will to previous day low? That's kind of what I'm trying to decide here. I mean, I guess it depends if you think the SMT is going to hold up or not. And gosh, it's tough. I would probably say yes. I think previous day low. I mean, it's either that or you got to fade this entire 4-hour candle back up, and I just don't think that seems like the smartest idea, but Anywho, yeah. Also, sorry about my stream cutting off. That was crazy. I turn around, I see my router is blinking at me. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. So that kind of sucked. What do you do? This guy's is red because of copying you. Yeah, I guess if you copied me today, you'd be red. I am down a little bit today. I'm down 260. So first trade, we hit London low. I didn't take profit there, obviously, because it was like a 1R. So got stopped in profit on that and then took that one loss flipping long. So down 260. I mean, we should be able to financially recover from that, but Nika, did you top tick the short? I don't know. I thought today, despite all the other distractions, I thought this was pretty easy to get faked out in, I guess is what I'm trying to say. At least for me, but maybe you disagree, which is fine. But it looks like previous day low is probably incoming here on the NASDAQ. So, looking ahead to tomorrow, I will still be live. It is the morning of FOMC. We have non-farm in the morning as well, pre-market. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. I mean, it ain't like tomorrow's going to be can't be any worse. Oh, goodness gracious. So we'll still be live tomorrow, boys and girls. I'll probably call it a morning though for now. And see maybe what PM has in store. But yeah, interesting morning nonetheless. I can't believe we got so choppy at 10 a.m. That sucked. 10, we chopped literally until basically till the macro started. Why would you not try to revenge trade in the afternoon? I might try to revenge trade in the afternoon. There's no telling what I might or might not do. Obviously I've kind of missed this short at this point. So what am I going to do? Chase this and keep trying to short it after a 200 point move lower? Probably not the smartest idea. I probably should just accept the fact that I wasn't part of this. It's pretty much all I can do at this point. But congrats to you guys that did. I think I'm going to be a neutral trader, since if I say bullish, it goes lower. If I say bearish, it runs up. Oh, Festo, we've all been there. Will I go live in the afternoon? Maybe I will. I'm not gonna promise that I will, because then if I don't, then that makes me a liar, and I am not a liar. So we won't do that, but appreciate you guys nonetheless showing up, showing support. Congrats to those of you guys that won the giveaways today. We got a 150k growth, 150k straight to funded, and a 25k straight to funded for Yash. That was pretty nice, Yash. I thought you were gonna be shit out of luck. I really did. But appreciate you guys. Like the stream before you go. Congrats to you guys that caught the whole move down here. This is pretty nice. So hats off to you boys and girls. Appreciate you boys and girls. Like the stream before you hit the dusty trail. I will see you guys back here live tomorrow. Or maybe later today. You never know. Enjoy your day, everybody. We'll talk soon.
Our trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money kicking up dust. Tyler Trade's a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.